All right, thanks, Ryan. The pandemic has impacted the way families gather and celebrate with one another during the holidays. And Hallmark movies and other holiday-themed media often portray families as beautiful, perfect family units. However, for many people, that isn't the case. Here today to talk about the social comparison and new anxieties surrounding the family gatherings this holiday season is Dr. Laura Saunders, a psychologist with the Institute of Living at Hartford HealthCare. Doctor, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. This is such a tough time as you remember loved ones lost and then kind of deal with family issues. Some people feel a sense of anxiety and worry when returning home to their family for the holidays. What do you suggest they do to manage anxieties?
So one of the best ways to manage anxiety is to modify your expectations. So if your expectation is we're going to have this beautiful event where everything's going to go well and everyone's going to get along, perfectly, that's almost never going to happen. So modify your expectations. If you have a toxic family member, maybe they're not part of that, or you do a separate, one-on-one. You're not going to mend problems that may have been long-standing. So modify your expectations and really look to do things in a way that feels more right for you.
That is really good advice. Yes, lower the expectations. So how can family members manage their expectations with one another when gathering over the holidays? Are there ways maybe a sibling or parent can cope with some social comparison?
So what I like to remind everyone is there actually are no Hallmark families, right? They're all families. I know, hard to believe. All families have their flaws. They have the, adult child that is now living back at home. They have, some substance use. They have, a family member in the closet, whatever it is. They all have their flaws. However, we need to embrace our flaws and not use social comparison. I was concerned that a lot of people over Thanksgiving weekend were looking at, other people's beautiful homes and beautiful table settings and beautiful family gatherings and feeling inadequate. That's what social comparison does, right? Social comparison is the thief of joy. So we need to just reflect back on what we have, find a little gratitude. Doesn't mean we can't work on improving some of our relationships. We always can do that. But not to compare yourselves to other families. All families have their flaws.
Everyone has stuff. All right, real quick last question. When it comes to viewing holiday-themed movies and music, what are some ways people can create traditions?
So some of the best ways to create traditions is, start an activity jar, and every time you do something fun as a family, put a note in that jar. Plan a monthly date night with each of your kids separate, because sometimes having an entire family together is just too much energy for everyone. Plan a little trip to your local library. Do things to create memories. So if you feel inadequate, if you feel like it's not good enough, turn that into motivation and do something nice with your family or individually with your kids.
I love that. I do see families that do that. All right, Dr. Laura Saunders from the Institute of Living, thank you once again for helping us cope in this season of joy.
Take care, Lisa.
Thank you. Take care.